except for Twitter tonight. No Twitter tonight. Twitter's on the bounce for tonight because I don't have enough tablets. I don't have enough tablets, but that's a good thing tonight. I don't have enough tablets, but I don't care, dude. I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up for a show. Let's get this thing started. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook, which is important, and now we're gonna crank the podcast. What the fuck is up? In the place to be. Coming on the mic is motherfucking Anthony. Welcome to Spazzing Out, America's podcast, America's laid back and relaxed podcast. Laid back and chill podcast tonight. And I'll tell you why. Very exciting. Very, very, very happy. Very happy. But before we get to that, this is Spazzing Out. This is America's podcast. America's podcast is your podcast because we love everybody that listens to this program, loves America. And if you don't love America, bye. See you later. Get out. Take a hike. We don't want you here. See ya. This podcast is your podcast because I talk about the things that you care about. Because trust me, the things I care about, you care about. If you have not subscribed to my podcast, please do so. Please subscribe to the podcast. Go to anthonypaziali.com. You'll find all the links to my podcast. All the links. Go to Apple. Listen, go to Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify. Go to Breaker. You name it. Subscribe. A lot of people are subscribing to the podcast now. We're cranking out record downloads every day because people love America, and I talk about the stuff that you guys care about. America's podcast is the best, and it is a happy place. It's a very happy. America's podcast is a very happy place tonight. Oh, it is. It's tonight's going to be a laid back. You know what, guys? Tonight we're enjoying a little beverage. Mount Gay rum, one of my favorite rums. It's very good stuff. I love Mount Gay rum. Once in a while, I'll break out the gay when I'm in a gay type mood. Happy. I mean that in terms of being happy and not in terms of being liking men. But it's okay. You know how I feel. It's cool. You can like men. But the reason that I'm so relaxed and honestly, guys, I can sit back and nice little bevy. Now I want you guys to do something for me, okay? Oh, wait, I put too much ice. Now I know the people that listen to the podcast can't see, but I have a bottle down here. I have a look at. I got my backup. I have my backup cup with ice so that I don't have to go upstairs because we're gonna have another one. I got a nice little Canada Dry ginger ale. I love Canada Dry ginger ale when I'm mixing my stuff. But you know who makes Polar Beverages? Makes it damn good ginger ale. But I got my Canada Dry little mini cup, little mini. And the reason that we're having a drink and the reason that we're relaxing and that everything, and there are no problems today, guys. There are none. All issues can be handled. All the spilt milk, no big deal. Everybody, listen. Shh. Be quiet for a second. You guys hear anything? Shh. 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 I don't hear anything. Yes! Because my wife and my kids are gone for 3 nights. 3 nights, my wife and kids are gone. Silence, peace, tranquility. What every man in America wants is his family to go away without him. My family has gone up north. They're up North Conway. They're somewhere. They're somewhere up north, but I'm not with them. I am home. And look at the smile on my face. It's like Atlas. It's like someone took the world off of Atlas's shoulders for 3 days. He's been holding the globe for years. His entire life he's been holding it. And then the wife says, oh, hey, I'm going to take the kids up north for 3 days. And you, oh, really? But I can't go. I got to work. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. I really want to. I love it. Oh, can you just feel it? You feel the vibes, bro? You feel it? It's so much. It's like, now, unfortunately, it's okay if she watches. Listen, I love my wife. There's no not loving the wife. I love her through and through. But everybody now and then needs a little alone time. Everybody now and then wants the kids to be gone. Every now and then they want relaxation. They want to listen. Whoo! I love my wife, and I'm gonna miss her when she's gone. Trust me, I am gonna miss her, and I'm gonna miss my daughter. My daughter means the world to me. I love her so much. That honestly, she competes with how much I love myself. But can you just feel that? Honestly, that I feel like we should have had a Zen type podcast tonight with all sorts of meditation music, and I'm just so relaxed. Now the dogs are here. The dogs are here. That's a downfall. The dogs are here, but you know what? It's okay. No biggie. I got home. I walked them. Had a nice walk with Scout. We had a good conversation. Told him, say, hey, buddy, you're gonna be here for a couple of days. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to lock you in the kitchen because no one's gonna be around to walk you. So you're probably gonna piss on the floor, but you'll piss on the kitchen floor, and that's easy to clean up. I don't mind cleaning it up on the kitchen floor. I hate when you pee on the rug, big guy. But you never pee on the rug when it's just you and me because I lock you in the kitchen. Everybody else, see, bro, you hear it? You feel it? Tell me I'm not the only one. Tell me I'm not the only one that feels the different vibe. Like, bro, forget it. We got topics to talk about. I don't even know if I can get fired up. I don't even know if I can be pumped up enough, fired up enough to be fighting, man. I'm like, whoo. Like, yeah, oh, really? Someone comes on, oh, hey, man, my dad died. Oh, man, that's sorry. I'm sorry, man. That's bad news. Another drink. Oh, yeah, that really sucks. And I know it's devastating because we always talk about it. My dad died, but I'm like, hey, man, my wife and kids are gone. Don't fuck off. My wife and kids are gone. Yeah, bro, I don't. See, it's like the opposite. It's like the opposite of spilt milk. Spilt milk drives me nuts, right? I get pissed off, and I don't have time. I don't have time for what's going on in your life because I have spilt milk. But when the wife and kids are gone, I also don't have time for what's going on in your life because I got 3 days to chill and relax, and I don't want to hear crap. I don't. Oh, that's great, bro. Oh, so, really? Oh, your daughter flunked out of school. Your daughter's a druggie. Your kid got kidnapped. Yeah, I'm not gonna care for 3 days. So sorry, I'm useless to you for the next 3 days because I'm chilling. I'm going to be in the hot tub. Of course, I'm going to work. I have to work. There's no way around it. No big deal. But I'm going to be chilling, relax at work. Even the guy today at work, I'm doing work, and the dude's like, hey, man, he's like, you seem chill. And I'm like, bro, I'm going home. There's going to be no yelling. There's going to be no screaming. I don't have to compete for the television. I don't have to compete. I don't have to, bro, I don't have to do anything. No, when I walked through the door today, nobody, no one told me what I had to do. I get through the door and it's boom, it's instant. Kids are in my face. Dogs are in my face. Kaylee needs me to do something. Everybody. I didn't have to fight for time on the Peloton. I got on the Peloton. Hey, bro, I've been home for a couple hours. I just didn't feel like starting the fucking podcast on time. I was like, fuck this. Fuck it. I could have. Shit. I could have done it at 6:30. I was like, nah, nope. I'm going to go for a bike ride on a Peloton. I'm going to have a couple of bevies. I'm going to relax. I'm going to chill. Yep, I'm drinking rum. Let's feel that. Let's chill. Let's relax. We got stories we have to talk about tonight. There are some things that are upsetting me and that we do need to cover and that I'll probably get a little bit fired up about. I want to talk about something about child support that I read today. Child support really does get me fired up. I've been paying child support for almost 12 years now, and I'll be paying it because in Massachusetts you got to pay it till the kid's in it till he's dependent on himself, till he's independent, and that's about like 23 in Massachusetts. But I don't have a problem paying my child support, so I want to get to that. I briefly want to talk about the vigilante type people in Wisconsin that are standing up to the looters and the rioters. And I want to talk about a bad trend that's happening in the United States with drugs. But most importantly, I just want to chill. I want to have a chill conversation. Like, Hold on. Let me have another sip of my beverage. Oh, I wish I had some shots down here, bro. I don't know what I did with the whiskey. I was looking for the whiskey. The whiskey's gone. I got a full day tomorrow, too. Busy ass day. Take Junk's killing it right now. Take Junk is on fire. Honestly, there's not enough time in the day for me to get the work done. Take Junk is like got work falling out of its ass right now, which is a good thing because things are coming back. Take Junk's looking great. If you need junk removal, hit me up. DM me on Facebook or Anthony at takejunk.com. Just send me an email. Anthony at takejunk.com. And I'll help you guys out. And if I can't, you know what? And if I can't help you out, my boy Ryan, he does clean outs. He's got dumpsters in the Clinton area. It's what R&R Landscape Management. Is that what it is? I say that right, bro? Check DM this guy out in the Clinton area. He has dumpsters. He'll take care of you. I don't really like going out in the Clinton anyways. It's too far for me. I will, but I don't want to go there. So check out Rye Guy. That's how relaxed I am. There's no vein. The vein will come out in a minute. I'm probably losing. Here's the funny thing. I'm probably losing my core listenership right now. My core listeners love to see me be passionate. They love to hear me get fired up about everything American. But once in a while, bro, I need a little chill. I have to relax. I want to calm down. I want to slow it down. I have a normal conversation with people without getting fired up. Today I was doing a job in Cambridge, and it was a time suck. But you know what? We even had lunch today. I never have lunch, dude. Never, guy. We never go to lunch. I don't let my guys eat fucking lunch. Lunch is a time suck. I'm like, yeah, fucking lunch. I want to get home. We had lunch. I was like, the guys are like looking at me. They're like, you think we could do lunch today? I was like, yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's do lunch. Sure. Job at Cambridge? Why not, guys? Let's go. Everybody was like, this guy, what the fuck? I'm like, you don't understand. When you get a little freedom from those mutants, man, not my wife, the kids. Kaylee's a grown-ass woman. Grown-ass woman, she takes care of herself. She goes to the bathroom, she wipes her own ass. My daughter, it's a struggle. She's on the toilet. You gotta wipe my ass, Dad. Wipe my ass. I'm like, fucking wipe it yourself. You're 5 years old. Wipe your own ass. But I'm not. There's none of that. You hear? Is anybody yelling, wipe my ass? No? Do you hear Narium in the back laughing while he's farting and huffing his own fumes? No. Nope. Chill. Now, I know most dudes, here's one of those things. Most guys, someone just say, go out tonight. Most guys would go out. I don't like to go out anymore. I was lucky enough from in my 20s till I was about 35 to party like nobody else got the opportunity to party because I had access. Just, it is what it is. When you're on the radio in Boston, so hold on, I just make my phone's messed up. When you're on the radio in Boston, especially WAAF, you had access that nobody else had. And I partied my ass off. I drank, and I never did drugs. We're going to talk about drugs in a minute. I've never done any drugs, but alcohol is a drug, so let's not candy coat it. Alcohol was my drug of choice. I've never done anything else. I've never smoked anything. I've never done painkillers. I've never done cocaine and nothing except for drink. But I've been around it. I mean, I've seen plenty of people do it, and I have plenty of access, and I partied my ass off. Plenty of partying, plenty of money spent. Real good time. But now I'm an older man. I'm 41, and this is what I like, man. It's nice. It's quiet. The wife is gone. Should I go to a strip club? No, they're not open. If I went to a strip club, my wife will kill me. But I don't want to go to a strip club. Bro, I want Netflix and pizza. I'm going to order a cheese pizza. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to get it from Papagino's. That's my favorite place to get pizza. I'm going to get my ass a cheese pizza, and I'm going to sit back, and I'm going to watch TV. I'm going to watch something on Netflix. I don't know what. I just got done watching Lucifer. That was really good. I just got done watching Umbrella Academy. I watch an insane amount of TV, and I don't know where I find the time to do it. I don't really sleep much, but I love watching TV. So check out Umbrella Academy if you haven't checked it out. It's really good. Yeah, I'm not getting any pepperoni, but I'm not going to get fired up with you. I'm not going to fight with you tonight. There's no beef. I'm not beefing. You want to get – fuck it. You want to get pepperoni, bro? Get pepperoni. Go for it. It's one of those type of nights. I ain't doing it. All right. I should cover some topics. Let's get into it. There, I got it out. I'm in a good mood. Things are good. I am happy. I will miss my wife, honey. If you're listening, you by far, I am the luckiest man on the planet, the luckiest man on the planet to have you in my life. I'm very lucky. I don't know how the fuck or why you put up with me. I am the most difficult person on the planet to get along with. I am a very difficult person. If you get to know me, you will know that I'm a difficult person. If you don't get to know me, then you will just get fake Anthony, which is just, hey, I'm very nice and very cordial to people that I don't know. But if you know me, I'm demanding. I'm a very demanding person. But I only demand out of you what I demand out of myself. If I had only had the confidence that I have in myself and my ability when I were younger, my life wouldn't be different, but I would have been better at the things that I did because I would have had confidence in myself. Now that I have confidence in myself, everybody's always like, "Oh, this guy's a conceited dick," and I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm not conceited. I'm a very humble person. I am humble, but I'm sure of myself. I don't need anybody else, but I need my wife." I know that doesn't really make sense. I don't need people in my life, but I love her and I want her in my life. I need her. It's quite like Rocky. It's like Rocky 2. You guys remember Rocky 2? And Adrian was in the bed and Rocky was training, but he really wasn't training. And then, he goes into the hospital and Adrian's like, win. And Rocky's like, he gets all fired up. It's the same like that with Kaylee. If she's not backing me in something, then I'm half-assing and I can't put my full into it. I need her blessing. I need her to just say, hey, Aunt, go get it. Do it. Do what you got to do and get after it. So, honey, I love you. I hope you have a really good time. Okay? Plain and simple. I hope Kaylee's up north somewhere. I don't know where. That's the honest truth. She just said she was going away for a couple nights. She wanted to take the kids up to north somewhere in New Hampshire, and all I heard was she was going away for a couple of days, and I was like, "Oh, woo, 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 great, pumped." All right, let's cover a couple of things, and then we'll call it a night so that I can get out of here. Honestly, the truth of the matter is, people are probably pissed that we just spent 17 minutes on the fact that I'm chill and relaxed and laid back and it's a good night. So here's some of the bad news. We are live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We are not live on Twitter tonight because the tablet had to go. My daughter's tablet. She has her iPad. The iPad went. I have my iPad, which is doing Facebook. My laptop is doing YouTube, and my phone is recording the podcast. All right. A couple things we should talk about real quick. I just wanted to get into that's going to be a heated conversation. I don't fucking want to have a heated conversation tonight, but all right, let's talk about Wisconsin and what's happening in Wisconsin, okay? Everybody knows that what happened with an African-American, Jacob Blake. He was shot 7 times. He's in critical condition. He may never walk again. I don't want to talk about that. I'm over it. Listen, I don't want to fucking see anybody get hurt, anybody get shot fucking 7 times. I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about are the protests that are not protests because it's happening again. In Wisconsin, you have people that are alleged protesters that are not protesting. They're looting and they're rioting and they're, again, attacking private citizens that have nothing to do with what happened to this. And it's bad what happened, but they have nothing to do with what happened. They're breaking into their homes. They're breaking into small businesses. They're burning buildings down, and they're putting other people's lives in danger. And they're not doing it because they're protesting what happened. They're not protesting. Period. They're not fucking protesting. What they're doing, they're looters and they're rioters, and they're taking advantage of a situation to steal shit. And I love it. Not that, but there is a bunch of people, citizens from Wisconsin that have taken up arms, and they are standing in front of small businesses, standing in front of private residences with guns, And there's video of it. I didn't get to put it on my social media yet, but go check, just Google it. There's video of these people being questioned, saying, why are you here? I'm here. We're here to protect the private businesses and the private citizens of Wisconsin because they had nothing to do with this. I want you to think about that. You looters, you rioters, you rioters. Bro, I'm just chill tonight. I'm just chill, man. I'm trying to get fired up, and I'm just chill. I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, I'm pissed that there are people looting, that they're looting and rioting. But I'm like, I don't got time for looting and rioting. My wife and kids on here. I don't have time to be pissed for that crap. I'm trying to chill. But the truth is, these scumbags, these un-American douchebags are looting and rioting, and they're doing it to people that had nothing to do with the shooting. Nothing. If you have a beef with your local law enforcement, if you have a beef with your local government, your federal government, or your state government, have a protest. By all means, have one. Do not have your protest take aim at innocent civilians, at innocent residents, innocent, hardworking Americans that had nothing to do with what happened to this man. Breaking into a business and stealing clothes will not bring social justice. I don't know how else to put it, how clearer I can get. And the problem, here's this twofold problem. One, I'm saying it, right? I'm a 41-year-old guy who wants to drink and have a good night because his wife and kids are gone, but I have a podcast called America's Podcast, and it's my obligation to tell you that this country is full of pussies that won't step up and say, hey, you can't protest. Hey, literally, where are these kids' parents? Where these looters? Where are the adults? I feel like where the fuck are the adults? I feel like an adult needs to emerge from the darkness, like a loot's going, like the way my dad would. All right, my father could emerge from any room with no light and just enough, and everything would stop. The guy would say no words. You'd see his silhouette. He'd come in. He'd go, enough. Silence. The children would the fucking all action would stop. Somebody needs to do that. Someone needs to do it. I need you guys to picture this. 6 Island Street, Woburn, Mass. In the kitchen. My dad's kitchen was fucking huge. Big ass kitchen, right? In the kitchen, it's me, my brother Mike, my brother Jesse, my older brother Stan, my younger brother Jamie. So that's 5 of us. Stan, Anthony, Michael, Jesse, Jamie. And we're all in there. And my older brother Stan, he's not really an aggressive person. He ain't into that kind of stuff. And I'm attacking him. I'm just going off on him. Like, I'm pounding on him. And my brother Mike is like, well, I want in on it. So my brother Mike starts hitting on me. Right. So now I'm pounding on my brother Stan, which isn't much of a challenge. But my brother Mike, he wasn't at his full peak. Right. You can't mess with my brother Mike. I'm not kidding you. Good luck. If you think you could fuck with my brother, please go to his house. He will beat the fuck out of you. I'm not kidding. Honestly, my brother Mike is the toughest person I know. You'd have to get Mike Tyson. I'm not I'm not tooting my brother's horn. Good luck beefing with my brother. But when he was younger, I had game on that. So now I'm pounding on Stan. Mike jumps on me. Jesse jumps on Mike. Jamie's like 5, 6. He's trying to get in the action. We're pushing him out. We're ripping my father's kitchen apart. And he lets it go on. He's in the other room watching TV. He lets it go on for like 5, 10 minutes. And finally you just hear, enough! We scatter like rats. Everybody goes to their room. Gone. The riot's over. That's what we need here in America. We need somebody to go down, to go to Wisconsin, to go to Portland, to go to Chicago and say, enough, and stop this shit. It's not that difficult. Listen, George Washington, when he was president, he rode into a riot and he squalled that shit. Was like, what's up? I'm fucking here. And I got the Continental Army with me. And if you guys want to fuck around, it's over. We need that. We need President Trump. And I'm not promoting, please understand that I am not for hurting other Americans at all, but he needs to ride in. he needs to send troops in, or he needs to send someone in, and with a big fucking megaphone, little megaphone right here, megaphone. We got the megaphone, bro. We got the megaphone. Enough! Enough! Stop being fucking bitches and go home! Plain and simple. Someone needs to be the dad of the United States of America. Somebody needs to go in. Someone needs to roll up on these people, these misguided idiots, these donkeys, these mutants. They're straight mutants. These people are mutants. They're just the lowlifes of society. Roll in and show them what's up. Just say, enough is enough. You're stealing. You're hurting people. You're breaking windows. You're burning down businesses. You are absolutely hurting your cause for social justice. I think I need a sip of this bevy. It needs to stop. And I don't have to be the one. I shouldn't be the one. I don't have to sit here on my podcast, America's podcast, and be like, yeah, we got to stop it. What needs to happen, somebody in government, fucking somebody. I don't care if it's the mayor, fine. Look, if it's here's an example. If looting was happening and rioting was happening here in Revere, fine. I'll go down there. I'll go straight the fuck down there, and I'll get up in one of these kids' face and say, hey, that's it, man. That's it. Enough. Are you an adult? Are you an adult or are you a fucking baby? What is your problem? That's it. What's your problem? What are you doing? What are you doing? Whoa, oh man, I'm really upset that they shot this guy, so I got to steal some sneakers. No. You don't have to steal some sneakers. If you got a problem with the government, go protest outside of City Hall. Sit there with your megaphone and go out there and say, and you know, boo-hoo, 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 and maybe you'll get heard. But you don't put other innocent people's lives in danger, and you don't burn down other people's businesses. Somebody needs to take care of that. That's my beef here. I'm done with the fucking riots, and I'm done with the looting. This is the United States of America, the greatest country, period. I don't have to go on and on about why this country's great, but it is the best place to live. If you don't think it's the best place to live, please pack up your shit and go to another country. Go to China, go to Iraq, go to Iran, you go to Israel, go to Japan, North Korea, South Korea. Go somewhere else and do what? And just go, please. I'm begging you. I'll pay for your fucking flight. Go somewhere else and loot. I'm begging you. Go to another country, smash in a business's windows and loot and see what happens. See what happens. This is what's so great about this country is we're hardworking. We provide opportunity unlike any other country, so much so that if people swim in the ocean and they walk through the desert and they dig tunnels to get into this country because the opportunity is that great. And then we afford people with the great opportunity, but then we also afford the mutants the ability to do stupid crap like break into businesses for no reason under the guise of a protest and let you get away with it. In other countries, you sneak into their in other countries, you sneak into their country and they kill you. They kill you. They don't fuck being detained. You're dead. They shoot you dead. In other countries, when you break into a business, you're dead. They will kill you. In other countries, when you protest against the government, you're dead. That's it. You're done. This is the greatest country, and you people are making us look like idiots all across the world. You idiots are breaking into people's homes, hurting people, and burning down businesses that have nothing to do with what happened to this man. Enough. That's it. Go home. It's over. It's like my son and his buddies playing with the hose outside of my house yesterday when I got home and I was all aggravated. I just went and I looked at Nojo and I said, enough. And that was it. That's all I had to say. He knew. He was like, shit, Dad's pissed. He said it. He said enough. And that was it. He put the hose away. His buddies left. He came in. He dried off. He put his clothes in the wash machine. All that shit. Because he knew. He knew. And America's there. They're there. Like I was yesterday, this country is there. It's ready to pop. Enough is enough. Man. Even that, man, I am still very relaxed. But it has to stop, guys. It really does. The looting and the rioting, there's no reason for this. There's no excuse. And it's terrible on our country. It's terrible that our leadership hasn't put an end to it. Honestly, it could be easily ended. Just end it. Enough pandering to people who break the law. We need law and order, and we need it now. Effective law and order. The local governments and the local municipalities need to stop this crap. And if they can't stop it, well, then we're going to send in the National Guard. And if the states don't want to send in the National Guard, we will send in military forces and we will stop it. Yes, someone just said it's time to stand up. 100%. It is. It's time to end this crap, and it is time to stand up. All right, next thing. Apparently, we are at a 16-year high for American workers to test positive for drugs. I don't know who's working. That's another there's like 30 million people out of work, so I don't know who they're testing. But apparently, we are at an all-time high, and I'm not. That's kind of funny. Where you've tested, we're at an all-time high for testing positive for drugs. Yeah, that's a lame one, but whatever. It made me laugh. More and more Americans and more businesses are testing people for drugs. And I totally understand. I'm gonna just from the industry that I work in, and I'm not saying it's my guys, but in construction, everybody, but not like the managers, all right? The labor guys, they're all on shit. They're all fucked up. All of them. Everyone is on perks. All of them. Or some form of perks. They're doing perks, Suboxones, or Oxy. They're doing something. Literally. Now, I'm not saying the union guys, because I get it. The union guys are getting tested. But I'm sure, and I don't do a lot of union jobs. I'm for the union. Go ahead, man. You guys want to get prevailing wage? Good for you guys. But the union tests, I can't speak to the union, but I can tell you at the construction sites and the new build homes and the clean outs and all that, these dudes, they don't get out of bed. They ain't coming to work today if they're not getting their drugs. I'm telling you that I could staff I could staff my entire business. Every dude, I could go out and I could say, hey, you know what? I don't pay cash. I don't even give you a check, but I'll give you perks. Dudes would show up. They'd line up. They would line up. Well, I don't need any money. You got drugs all day. So many people are fucked up on drugs right now. It's insane. We have a major problem in the United States with with the younger. I'm sure the old folks do it, man. I don't know, but the younger kids, they're all banged up. All of them. They go to work banged up. They drive a bit. They can't live without it. There is a generation of people and a generation of workers, let's say 40 and under, or 35 and under, that can't do anything. They can't get out of bed unless they're getting their drugs. And it's big time in the labor pools. The labor guys, I just know, man, you got to they need Adderall. They need something. They need their Adderall. They need their perks. I need my stuff or I ain't right today. And no one that works for me talks to me about it, right? And I don't really have anybody working for me now anyways. It's just me, John, and Sean. But at a point in time, I had about 10 to 15 dudes working for me. And one day, one of the guys was like, so-and-so does drugs. I was like, what? None of my fucking guys do drugs. And because the guys don't talk to me about it because they know how I feel about it. Because I have zero sympathy for people that do drugs. None whatsoever. And that's just from a personal preference. I saw what drugs did to my mom. I saw what drugs did to my family. So I don't have any tolerance for it. I don't want to hear wine bag shit. Period. I don't want to hear my back hurts. I need perks. My life is tough. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You're weak. You're a weak ass bitch. That's how I feel about you. You listen. I've said it time and time again, and you can. And if you don't like what I'm about to say, then fuck off, and you don't have to listen to my program. I don't care. I have no sympathy for someone who ODs. None whatsoever. I won't even bat an eye. I feel for the families. I've talked about this on the show before. I feel for the families. The people that are left behind are the ones who really suffer. The scumbag that killed himself doing drugs because his life was so tough. Because it, I don't know. You know how many dudes have kids and they're on the streets? They're up on Mass Ave over there in with the Walking Dead up there on Mass Ave where they're passing out free Suboxone so these guys can get their fix. Well, some of these dudes, they have children, right? Their kids are never gonna know their fathers. Their kids are gonna grow up all fucked up. Their kids are going to do drugs just like their parents because they're going to be weak-ass bitches. And they're going, oh, I didn't have a dad. I didn't have a dad. I got to it hurts. I need to do drugs so I can forget. I don't want to hear it. I got no room for that in my life. None. And I'm not sympathetic to it. Now, I don't care. Let me be clear. I don't care if you do drugs. You do what you want. It's your life. I am not here to tell you what to do with your life. You want to walk in front of a train? I'm not going to stop you. You want to jump off a bridge? Not going to stop you. You want to do drugs? Don't care. You do what you want. But I don't want to hear about it. Like when you die of a drug overdose and I know you and I knew you and your buddy comes to me, he's like, oh, can you believe he's going to be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, dude, he fucking OD'd on perks. Fuck off. I don't care. Beat it. What am I supposed to be sympathetic? I'm going to go here. I'm going to cry. I'm like, oh, his fucking life was so. No, I don't care for that shit. I feel bad for the families. That's it. The mom, if I seen the mom, and I got a bunch of people that I know, tons of people I know that have died from ODs, and I go to the funerals. Of course, I do out of respect for the family, and maybe even out of respect for them because they were a good friend. But you knew they were going to die anyways. I do it all the time, man. Not drugs, but I call it right out. I'm like, yeah, he'll be the next one to OD. I tell people right to their face, I'm like, dude, you'll OD. Guarantee it. Going places, dead. That's where you're going. You're going nowhere. Nowhere. And I don't have a problem telling you that. I don't care. Life isn't so bad. Life isn't so bad that you got to get fucked up all the time. There are way worse problems in life. You don't have to get fucked up all the time. You get fucked up because you're weak. So anyways, back to the workforce. Tons and tons and tons of work. Millions. It's not a small number. It's almost 40% of the workforce have been testing positive for some kind of drug. Some like they have something in their system. Now there are people that can do drugs, and literally, I know a lot of people that can do drugs and they just do it to party, right? They just partying. They don't need it to get by every day. Just like it's like me with alcohol. My kids are gone. My wife's gone. I'm gonna have a beverage. But if I never drank again for the rest of my life, I'd be okay. It wouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't have to. I like to. I enjoy it. Does it take the edge off? Fucking right. Will you ever feel any better than you feel on a Saturday night at midnight after you've been drinking all night? Hell no. You'll never feel that good again. Listen, 12:01, you're already on the way down. But at 12, that's the best you're going to feel. You got beverages in you, man. You are skyrocketing. You are, woo! That's me drinking some of a beverage. But in general, you don't need it. And now listen, there are some people that might need to take drugs because they got fucked up, right? They got hurt on the job. That I understand. There are people that are in actual pain that need to take fucking perks. I get it. I'm not going to argue with people like that. I'm not. You might have constant real pain, not mental pain. Mental pain, that's in your head. But there are people that might have real pain and you got to take a perk. I'm not that person. I had all four of my wisdom teeth pulled in the same day, and the dentist was like, "Hey, we're gonna write you a script for Vicodin." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want any Vicodin. I'm not gonna take it." The guy's like, "Oh, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna need something." I was like, "Hey, look, you can write me a script. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna fulfill it. I'm not gonna take it. I don't need it. I'm okay with it. I'll deal with the pain. No big deal. I'm okay like that. That's just me. Not a big deal." Now, I told some friends that I didn't take the script, and they were all like, "Oh, kid, rock, a fucking Vice, I could have sold $10 a piece." It's a big problem. Drugs are a big problem when drugs take over your life. I will just tell you this. From my experience, people that are addicted to drugs do not care about you. They do not care about you. They are selfish. They only care about themselves, and they only care about getting their next high. Now, I'm not telling you need to give up on somebody who is addicted to drugs, and you could try your ass off to help them, but they're never, ever, 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 ever gonna take your help until they hit the fucking bottom. They gotta hit rock bottom. And I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times from other people, but the truth of the matter is you can't help someone that won't help themselves. They might be good for a couple of days. They might feel bad. But you know what? While they feel bad, they're feeling awful, and you're giving them a ride or something to work, and they notice you got an extra $5 in your console. All they're thinking about is, oh man, I'm gonna swipe that 5 because I'm gonna take that 5 and I'm gonna get a half a perk. And it's gonna happen, and that 5's gonna go missing, and you're not gonna think anything of it. You're like, ah shit, I thought I had a $5 bill here. Huh. Huh. Yeah, they stole it. They steal. Your buddies that are fucking addicted to drugs, and your kids that are addicted to drugs, and your mom and your dads, they'll steal from you because they don't give a flying fuck about you. What they care about is their next high. And the same thing with the people that work for you. So if you have guys that work for you that are addicted to drugs, they will steal from you. They will steal metal, copper. They will cash it in. They will steal. They will go into people's homes. They will rifle through their medicine cabinet, which really people don't have medicine cabinets, but they go into the bathroom, right? They go into the bathroom and they'll check the cabinet. I used to have once I became privy that the fact that everybody that's a laborer does drugs, I have a no bathroom rule. You can't go into the bathroom. Or if I'm there, I'll check the bathroom first. I'll go into the bathroom and I'll check to see if there's any medication in the bathroom. Because that's where people keep it. And it's fucked up that you even have to do that. It's fucked up, but they'll steal. And always, this I don't even like, right down to the fact that for a while, I used to call people and say, hey, listen, if you have anything, like dude, I used to have to tell people to put their valuable shit away. You want to have a company come into your house when the guy's like, hey, can you put your valuables away? Of course, I only did it for a little bit, and then I got rid of the person that I thought was a problem, and I stopped doing it, but they don't care. And it's a problem for the workforce because more and more people become addicted to drugs, and the more they become addicted to drugs, two things happen. Their work sucks. They work sucks. They don't show up to work. They're not on time. They're awful workers. And and let me tell you something. They get paid. You will not see them. You won't see them for like a week until they need to get money again so they can get drugs. It's one of those things where I used to hate payday because I'm like, fuck, I'm going to pay these dudes and they're not going to show up to work tomorrow. I got work for them tomorrow. So I used to start holding pay the next till Saturday. I wouldn't pay them until Saturday because I'm like, fuck, I got to get this Saturday work done. And if I pay them today, they're out. They're gone. They're all getting high. They're all getting fucked up. It's a huge problem. Let me check the time. Big problem in the United States. And normally, if my wife and hold on, we got to pour another beverage, huh? Hold on. For those of you that have made it this far on the podcast, you probably already know that my wife and kids are gone. And I'm enjoying hold on, let's get a nice little pool. I'm enjoying some Mount Gay rum, which is good rum. And we're talking about drugs, and I don't need drugs to get by. I don't have that kind of personality. And typically, I'd be more fired up when I have conversations about people that do drugs. I am way more fired up than I am right now. But I'm just so laid back and relaxed and chill that I don't got it in me to yell and scream. But I want to make it clear that it's unfortunate if you have somebody in your life that is addicted to drugs, especially someone that you love. If you have somebody in your life that you love that's near and dear to you and they're addicted to drugs, I'm so sorry. That's all I can say to you is I'm just sorry. It's the worst thing that could happen. These people will let you down and they will continue to let you down. Here's my best advice. Move on. Move on from these people. Let them go. And don't feel sorry and don't feel bad about it. Don't feel guilty. They don't feel guilty when they're doing their drugs and shooting up. They don't feel guilty when they're stealing from you. They don't feel guilty when they're terrorizing you or causing problems or not showing up to things because they're out getting to school. They don't care. They don't. So neither should you. They waste no fucks. They give no time whatsoever in their brain about how you feel about them. They don't care. And I know it's a tough thing, but move on. If it's your boyfriend, dump them. If it's your girlfriend, get rid of them. Simple. That's it. Move on. Let them go. Or just let them do what they want to do and don't be a part of their life. Just sit back and enjoy the show. I used to love doing that with my mom. My mom would be all fucked up on shit. She was a fun drunk and fun on drugs. She was super fun. I'd just sit back and I'd enjoy the show. I couldn't get rid of her as a kid. But as I got older, I mean, I still love my mom and I talk to her and I have her over and all that stuff. But bro, when she passes away, I'm going to toast her in a fucking oven and then I'm going to fucking shoot her friggin' ashes off in a cannon. I could care less. Honestly, when my mom dies, I'll probably be upset, but not like my dad. And I won't talk about her the way I talk about my father. Now, when we're talking alcohol, man, sure, man, I'm getting my Liz on. I think it's funny, but sucks. The people who are addicted to drugs, they ruin other people's lives. But you know why they ruin other people's lives? Because you let them ruin your life. It's not the druggie's fault. They have their own problems. They're an alcoholic. They're a druggie. Let them be a fucking druggie. Get them out. Bye. Bye-bye. See you later. See ya. You allow them to still be in your life because you're like, oh, I think I can save them. You can't. You fucking can't. Let them go. All right. What was the last? Oh, child support. Why don't we just talk about child support real quick and then we'll call it. Because this, I might actually, I didn't think I was going to get fired up tonight. Let me pour it. Oh, look at that. We're pouring a little ginger ale on top of that. Gree. Nice. Can we all one more time just sit back and just be quiet for a sec? Hear that? It's fantastic. It's fantastic. All right. Last story of the night, and then I'm going to scoot. When I was doing show research tonight, I came across a story about the IRS that was sending out to 50. There was 50,000 people that got something messed up with their stimulus check, right? What happened, and I don't know if I'm phrasing it properly. So if you know better than I, you can correct or you can Google it. So there was 50,000 spouses that didn't get the correct stimulus check because the government took it to pay their spouse's child support. So let's say you had a spouse, or let's just say me, right? Let's say I didn't pay my child support, which I do. I didn't pay my child support, right? And I filed jointly with Kaylee, and the federal government took that money and they would use, because you filed jointly, they would use Kaylee's money. This is what they did. They would take Kaylee's stimulus check to pay my child support. You get what I'm saying? So that if I was in the rears and it comes through the system, and here in Massachusetts, you owe child support, they take that right away. That woo, and they make sure it gets paid. But what was happening is your spouse, who was supposed to get $1,200, wasn't getting her $1,200 because that went to go pay people who were in child support rears. But that's not her responsibility. That's your fucking responsibility. So if it happened to 50,000 people, they're paying these people back. Two things that are fucked up here. First off, it's a double dip because they're not requesting the child support money back. So let's say originally my wife was supposed to get $1,200, but she only got $6, and the rest of that, the other $6 went to go pay my rears and child support. Well, they're gonna just send her $600, and I'm good. I got the clean slate. That's garbage. Plain and simple. That's garbage. But that's not what my bitch is about. I'm gonna bitch real quick about child support, and I'm bitching it, and I'm bitching at the bums that don't pay it. I'm real simple. I don't want to hear bitching and whining about how you feel like you got fucked. I don't want to hear bitching and whining about how much you pay. Bro, I pay a ton in child support, a ridiculous amount. It's a lot. And it probably could be more. I pay a lot in child support, but I pay it. I've never missed a child support payment in 12 years. Not once in 12 years. I don't miss it. It's my child. It's my son. My son, my responsibility to take care of it because I'm a fucking man and I make sure that my kid is taken care of. I could sit back and do I think it's a lot? Yep. Do I think do I think the court was wrong with how much they charged? Yep. Yes, I do. Do I think that my kid needs that kind of money? No, I don't. But I don't say anything about it. I don't bitch about it. I got in bed. I had the fucking kid. My responsibility. That's it. Plain and simple. The dudes out there, I ain't even gonna go at the chicks because it ain't fucking women. It's men. You scumbags. You have kids. You take care of them. You have kids. You take care of them. I don't care if you get along with your kid's fucking mom. I don't care if you got divorced. I don't care if she fucked somebody else. I don't care if whatever it is. Your responsibility is to get a job and to raise your kids and to teach them to be good Americans, not deadbeats. If you're a dead-ass beat man that's not paying his child support, you're a fucking scumbag. And if you don't like it, again, and you're butthurt about it, I don't care. You know why you're butthurt about it? Because you know I'm right. Because you're listening right now and you're saying, shit, I'm in the rears of my child support. And he's right. I'm fucking right. Pay your damn child support. I love that Massachusetts snatches your loot. I absolutely love it. I love when they send me shit. I love it. When they send me shit and I find out that someone working for me isn't paying their child support, guess what happens? Guess what happens? Guess what happens when you work for me and you don't pay your child support? What do you think happens? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. No room in my life for people. You think I'm going to pay you and you're not going to take care of your kids? You think I'm going to pay you and you're going to go out and buy drugs with it? You got kids, you take care of them. It sucks. Yeah, it fucking sucks. If you got a problem with it, don't have kids. Don't get your dick wet, asshole, if you got problems with it. Drives me nuts. One of my biggest pet peeves. Absolutely drives me nuts. Do I like it? Hear me out. I want to be straight with you. Nobody likes paying more than what they feel like they should have to pay. No one. Nobody does. We feel the same way about taxes. I don't want to pay taxes. I hate giving up my income. I do. I hate it. I hate paying taxes. Bro, sometimes I flip a house and the amount of taxes I have to pay on it, I could fucking choke myself on it. I hate it. But there's really nothing I can do about it, so I have to pay it. Same thing that goes for child support, except I feel different about child support. It's going to take care of my kid. It helps pay the gas. It helps pay the rent. It makes sure that when my kid is not with me, he's taken care of. Now, that I got my rant out on paying your child support, you should. You should pay it. And don't worry. Hear me out. I know what all you guys are saying. You're like, oh, they're not using it on the kid. They're going out and paying a car payment. They're going out and do this. Not your problem. Let it go. Not your problem. Once you have paid your child support, you have facilitated your fiduciary duty towards the state and towards your ex-wife and towards your kid. You've held up your end of the bargain. Trust me, if you shut your fucking mouth, eventually, shit will be fine. Your kid will understand. Everything will be cool. Enough with pointing the finger at other people, blaming other people for the things that you've done in your life. It's time to start taking responsibility. It's time to look in the mirror, and when anything happens to you, realize that it's not anybody else's fault but your own. You make the choice to have an alcoholic beverage. You make the choice to be upset. You make the choice to be happy. You make the choice to be in love. You make the choice to have sex with somebody. You make the choice to have a child. You make the choice. And you have to deal with the consequences. I always tell my son, and my dad did the same thing to me. My dad always, Anthony, you are always going to do what you want to do. My father would always say it. I don't even know why I tell you what to do. You're always going to do what you want, Anthony. But understand that whatever you do, it has big boy consequences, and you're going to have to deal with them. I'm not going to for you. My father would always do that. And I do the same to my son. I said, Nariam, you're going to do what you want to do. Arguing with you about doing something is not going to help me, but they have big boy consequences. And when the big boy consequences come, you can't run to me. You have to take care of them yourself. It's your responsibility. So when you have a kid and you think that you're not going to pay your child support, trust me, I think you're the dredge of the fucking universe. The dredge of the universe. Now, listen, I don't want to have the conversation about whether child support is fair or unfair. 100% in Massachusetts, yeah, the dude's probably always getting screwed over. 100%. I don't want to argue with that. All right? I don't disagree with that. Plain and simple. Pay your child support. Pay it. Pay it first. Pay it first, bro. Take care of your child support. Don't be a scumbag. It drives me nuts. Honestly, it drives me nuts. I don't want to hear anybody's like, bro, you have no idea. I pay a fucking lot of money. towards child support, and I've never missed it. Not once. Never, ever, 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 ever. Not once. You don't believe me? You want to call my ex-wife? You ask her, has Anthony Pazziali missed a child payment? Hell no. Hell to the fucking no. Because I'm a man, and I pay my shit, and I pay my fucking debts too. Gets me pissed off. All right. If you got a beef with the child support system, yeah, it's probably not the best. No beef. DOI's a pain in the ass. I ain't beefing with that. All I'm trying to tell you people is when it comes to child support, pay it. Just pay it. And if you're not happy with how much you're paying, go back to court and renegotiate that shit. And until you do, pay it. It's your kid. It is your kid. Let me put that to you. It is your kid. Your responsibility. If you skirt that responsibility, your kid will do the same. Think about that. If you show me your father, I will show you your future. I'll say it again. If you show me your dad, I will show you your future. You show me your dad when he was like 40, and I'll say, yeah, let's pause that, because 40 years from now, it's going to be fucking you. Plain and simple. All right, we're out of time. Guys, it's been such a good night. It's going to continue to be a good night. We still have, 2 more nights of podcast of relaxation. So 2 more nights where the kids are going to be gone. We'll be having bevies for the rest of the weekend. Any drink suggestions, send them along. I'd like to try a different beverage. I'm down to have a different bevy. I'm in on that. What do you guys think? What should we drink tomorrow night? Any suggestions? That's right. Go Bees. 100%. All right. Listen, guys, America's podcast, you're always going to get hard love from me on this podcast. I care about you. I honestly, listen, I care. And that's why I'm going to give you hard love, because I care. I want you to be better. And I want you to better yourself every single day. And one step towards being better every fucking day. Better yourself. I really do. I really care. And I care about America. I love this country. And the only way we're going to keep this country better and great is if we're good parents. We have to teach our kids to be good, not good, but hard workers. We have to teach them to be powerful. We have to teach them to fucking love themselves, to be self-conscious of their surroundings, and to be confident in their ability to execute things and their ability to take care of themselves. We set the example. Us. We're teaching the next generation of America, and if we're just going to sit back and let our kids play video games and become fucking pussies, we're in for it. They're not going to fight for us when we're old. I want you to think about that. They're not going to fight for us when we're 70 and we're collecting off of Social Security, and we got our bare minimum checks that we're getting. Our kids won't fight for us because they'll already be taken over by the government. All right, I'm out. You guys have a good night. Thank you so much for listening to Spaz'n Out. Someone said Tito's and lemonade. I might try that out. You all have a good night. Calm, zen, beautiful night. Thank you so much for listening to America's podcast. All right, that's it. All right, YouTube peeps. If you don't follow, or if you haven't subscribed to my page or to my channel, do it, please. Facebook people, guys, listen, I love you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the input, and I really do care. I care, guys. I get fired up about a lot of things. I take things real personal that have happened to me and affected me in my life, and I project them out on the podcast. And I hope that you guys can understand where I'm coming from. So thank you so much for being a part of the show. I will see you guys tomorrow night. You guys have a good night. Rich, good night, buddy.